Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it. So let's go. Let's talk about the PlayStation VR 2. PlayStation VR 2 is not doing very well. Now, here's the problem. Here's the number one problem that I feel like Sony messed up on. The number one problem. And it's not the games. We'll get to that. That's also a problem number two. But the number one problem that I feel like Sony messed up on is not having the PlayStation VR 2 backward compatible with the PlayStation VR 1. I think that is a huge missed opportunity. And most of the people that purchased the PlayStation VR 1, those are already like in a niche. You know, they're already on the borderline. But the fact that you can't play any of your games that you purchase on the PlayStation VR 1, it's crazy. They should have made it available for you to be backward compatible so you can play those games. I think that is huge problem. If you can bring all your library from the PlayStation 4 to the PS5 and have them available for you to play day one, and enhance them in some sort of way, make it a little bit better experience, I think that would have sold way more PlayStation VR 2 than the amount that they're selling right now. Now they're stopping production of it because not a lot of people are buying them, and also the games aren't really there. If you're asking me, that's another thing too. The games aren't there, and and then another thing too is, you have to get the PlayStation 5 in order for you to play the PlayStation VR. You don't have to do that with the Meta Quest 3. You can just use it as a standalone device. Just like certain VRs, yeah, you need a powerful PC in order for you to connect to play your games. But the PlayStation VR, I feel like it was just such a niche product that you need to make sure that the audiences are there. And to me, like I said, they fucked up huge, in my opinion. They should have definitely made the PlayStation 5V or PlayStation VR 2 backward compatible to the VR 1. That is the reason why they're exploring different options with the PC, so you can utilize the PlayStation VR 2 on the PC. Makes sense, honestly. $4.99, and I can connect to the PC and play these other games too, including the PlayStation games. If they let me play the PlayStation 5 games, and I can play PlayStation or PC games for VR supported, man, that's gonna be huge. For the amount of money, hell yeah, it definitely makes it more enticing. But I feel like Sony, I don't know, man. They've just been running the company to the ground. But let's go in the article. All right, here we are. In a recent report, it was claimed that Sony has paused production of the PSVR 2 headset until it clears backlog of unsold units. The news comes amid a decline in sales, which has come about owing to lack of meaningful content compatible with the device. In a report published by Bloomberg, it was shown how PSVR 2 has been on a steady decline since it released in 2023. And it's only been out for like a year. Sony's PSVR 2 headset is suffering in a market that's all still trying to perfect VR technology, and there's some stiff competition coming into play. There are expectations that VR market will grow in the coming years, but PSVR 2 is lagging somewhat. And I think, like I said, all those reasons that I've stated are huge missed opportunities, in my opinion. The high price of VR hardware acts as the main hurdle of its expansion. Currently, there are limited games that support VR devices, and that will also lead to lack of motivation for players to purchase VR hardware. This limited content also has a reason. The development cost for VR games is substantially higher than normal titles. Because the cost of making a AAA game right now, it costs about $200 million, and if you're spending $400 million to make a game for VR, you're never gonna see that money back, especially for the amount of people that are purchasing the PSVR2. Not a lot of people are buying it. Let's be honest. It's a niche fucking product. I'll be surprised if they crack 2 million, which I highly doubt it. I think last time it was like, I think I've seen numbers like 500 something thousand, 500,000 or something like along those lines. 500, was it 500,000 units or probably less than that? Honestly, I don't know, man. It's not a very popular product. It's certainly a high price point that's blocking access to VR technology for most users. Apple recent launch of Apple Vision Pro headset was scoffed at by consumers when it revealed that the device with a price tag of $34.99 is far beyond the $550 price tag associated with PSVR 2, but that's more than the cost of a brand new PlayStation 5 console, which makes consumers shaky at the knees in most cases. Definitely could have came in at a little bit aggressive pricing, maybe like $399, $299, or $299, $399. I think that would have made it a little bit more enticing, but the fact is that it came in at like what, $549 and $599 if you want the one with the game. So it was extremely expensive. And that's another reason too that it didn't sell that much. But I think the main fucking reason, I've already stated earlier in the video, I'm not gonna say it again. But anyway, let me know about your thoughts of the PlayStation VR 2 struggling to catch momentum, and Sony is not making any more until they sell the ones they have. That's crazy.